So I have a confession. When I first opened up my first LLC, I realized that there were going to be a few costs associated with opening up the whole business thing, okay? It's around $300 to $500, and my goal became, how do I get somebody else to pay for this? So when it came to opening up the best business account, I really didn't care who I chose. I chose whoever gave me the most money, kind of like college, right? Now, overall, by you watching this video, if you have enough money, you could walk away with around $2,250 worth of business account bonuses. And I remember back in the day, some of my friends didn't have businesses, but they would open up an LLC just to be able to qualify for a business account and basically put some money in there and just get a bunch of money in bonuses, okay? So $2,000 something is not that bad. Now, by the way, I'm also aware here, some people want to open up a business account because they want to be able to leverage money and borrow money and get the best loans. That's not my game. My whole game was, I have a business, I have income that comes through it, I care about customer service and not paying any fees, and that's basically it. I also wanted, for example, to get a bunch of bonuses to cover all the costs associated with basically opening up an LLC. So if you're watching this video, I'm gonna give you the top 5 business accounts that basically give you a bonus. Now, I gotta be honest with you, if I could get all these bonuses, I would, and then I would just basically stick to the account I like most once I got the money, okay? That would be what I would do back in the day, all right? Now, as always, guys, like this video and top out, also subscribe and hit the bell so you get notified. Now, over here, I have a list of all the accounts, and by the way, shout out to NerdWallet because I got a lot of the business accounts from them because they do a lot of great research over there, okay? Now, the first account is gonna be the Chase account, okay? Now, believe it or not, my first business account was with Chase, and I chose them not because they were also my first normal college account, nah, because they gave me the most money, all right? So the idea is very simple. They're gonna give you a bonus of around $300, not that bad. When I did it, it was like $500, sorry, it's been a while. But $300 is today, and all you have to do is just deposit $2,000 in your account, all right? And you leave that money in there for 2 statements, AKA 60 days. That's not that bad at all. So within 60 days of you leaving $2K in the account, you're gonna get $300 for doing absolutely nothing. Now, some people might say, Tommy, I don't want to get Chase because they do have fees. The answer is no. The fees are waived as long as you have at least $2,000 in your account and you don't have to pay no 15 bucks a month. Now, if you're opening up a business with an LLC and you don't even have $2,000, that's fine. Sometimes it happens. So you can just go to another account, just keep watching this video. But if you have not even that much money and your goal is to borrow a bunch of money, that's not normal. And that's not what I'm gonna tell you to do whatsoever. I don't actually advise that at all. So don't be borrowing money if your business doesn't even make you any money. It just doesn't make any sense. Just extra risk. Now, number 2 is going to be Axos Bank. I mean, AXOS. My vocabulary is terrible, my spelling is terrible, and also the way I pronounce things is also terrible sometimes. So, Axos, I think I'm saying it right, okay? But this account, the good thing is that there is no maintenance fees whatsoever, and that's actually pretty great. So this way, if you don't really have that much money and you kind of run short on the balance, you don't have to worry about having to pay something per month, especially when you're just getting started. All those little dollars kind of add up and can eat up at your profits. I get it, okay? Now, overall, they are offering you around $200, and all you have to do to qualify is deposit around $2,500 into the account for 60 days. Now, obviously, you might say, Tommy, that's not a lot of money, but the answer is $200 of $2,500, that's an 8% return in less than 60 days. That's actually phenomenal. If I can get that return every 2 months, I would put all my money into whatever it was, okay? That's pretty cool. Now, obviously, it's not as much as Chase. They're not as well known or even better than Chase, in my opinion. But overall, imagine if you do both and you have, for example, $4,500, well, 300 plus 200, you just made $500 without making a single sale. To me, that's pretty cool. Now, number 3, guys, not really a big fan of this bank, honestly, and it's just for perspective reasons, because I remember once I was over in Pittsburgh, I think it was, and this bank kind of, don't really like it. But again, that's just my opinion, not based on any facts, okay? Like at all. So it's just my opinion, So it's still a solid bank, very well known, and I've been told I have great customer service. But for me, it's just something about it. I think I was trying to open an account and they were like, you don't have the documents, and I just got mad about it or something like that, okay? But they're still solid, all right? I was just the one that didn't have the documentation, so it makes sense to why they didn't open up an account for me. But overall, you have PMC Bank, and they're offering you between $200 to $500. Guess what? That money is green, and it does not matter if I like it, if I don't like it, it is still green. And overall, what you do have to do is a little different. To get $200, you gotta keep in there $5,000 for 3 statements, basically 3 months, and you also have to do at least 20 purchases or qualifying transactions on your debit card. So that is a little bit more difficult, right? Because now you're talking about, hey, I need $5,000, like double plus more, right? And on top of that, I need to use the card to actually qualify for at least 20 transactions, meaning you actually have to use it. So you're not gonna just have the account with the money there, get paid. No, you could just use it. For example, you have that 90 period in those 3 months, right? So you have 3 months, 90 days. Well, you can just split it up, right? You have like 5 bills plus 5. No, you have to do a little bit more than 5 bills per month. Probably like 7 bills a month, right? Like 7 to 8 bills a month, and you just basically swipe, and then you're basically good to go. You don't have to spend all the money all at once to qualify, all right? Because you still have to wait the 90 days anyways. And on top of that, if you want to get the 500, you need to deposit around a whopping $30,000. That's a lot more money. But if you have it, then you're looking at $500 for $30,000, but don't worry and don't go just yet, because there is another one on this list that's actually even more money for less money that you actually have to deposit and keep in there for a whopping 90 days, like PNC. Now, overall, number 4, I never even heard about this bank, but the good thing is I don't need to hear about this bank, and neither do you, as long as this bank is basically FDIC insured and it's legit and it's official, because that's all that matters. And overall, we're just interested in getting the bonus. Now, this bank is offering actually the sweetest deal, because it's up to $750. They're offering between $100, $400, and $750. Not bad if you ask me. To get the 100, you gotta keep in the account $2,000 for a whopping 60 days. Not bad. To get the $400, deposit $5,000 for 60 days. A lot better than PNC if you ask me. And to get the $750, that's going to be a deposit of $20,000 for 60 days. But again, relative to just getting $500 over at PNC for 90 days, to get back $750 for a deposit of $20,000 is actually not that bad at all. And that's why I say this might be a very good deal if you have some extra savings in there and just want to dip it in there and leave it in there for a while. Now, the last one, number 5, is going to be PMO Harris Bank. And they're offering you between $300 to $500. And again, guys, okay, by this point, you kind of see it, right? The bank wants you to leave money in there. They use that money to make loans and do what they do. So everybody wins in a way, but their hope is that they're basically making an investment by acquiring a customer. So if you do leave, they end up losing, but they understand that's also a part of this game and business, all right? So if you're gonna open up all 5, you can make a pretty good amount of money, honestly, but you also need to have a pretty good amount of money to deposit into those accounts. But overall, PMO Harris is offering you between $300 to $500. And the deal is, to get the 300, you got to deposit $5,000, leave it in there for 90 days, and make also 10 electronic transactions. That also means like a debit card using at different places or whatever. That's fine. To get the $500, it's going to be $10,000 for 90 days, and you're looking at 10 transactions also. So overall, if you ask me, if it was Tommy back in the day, I would basically try to open up all of them if it makes sense, if I don't need a bunch of money for my business to keep coming in and out, obviously. And I would walk away with over $2,000. And in the end, I'll probably close them, and I'll probably just stick with Chase, because at the end of the day, in my opinion, Chase is so solid. Like, their customer service is impeccable. It really is. And although I'm not interested in borrowing money, when I was interested back then, they will always have some sweet offer. I remember when I got their credit card, I applied for it, and they instantly gave me, I think it was like over $12,000 in spending limit or whatever. If I wanted a loan, they were also available. Like, they just work great. And whenever I had an issue, like, I would just call, just work great. And that's what you're looking for, okay? Because when you have a business account, the last thing you want to do is call a bank and they're like, we're not available right now, or we can't help you with that, or come to the branch, okay? I don't like that. So that's why I like Chase so much, and that's why they work so well. So overall, if you're gonna do all 5, great. If you can't do all 5, do the ones you can do. And remember, you can always just wait 3 something months, something like that, and then just basically open up an account somewhere else with the bank you actually like. But overall, on this list, my favorite account by far is gonna be Chase, all right? Now, as always, guys, thanks for watching this video. If you guys have more questions about businesses, how to open up an LLC, I also have videos on how to open up an LLC for free. So look up on YouTube, LLC for free, TommyBryson. You'll find that video. And I have a whole bunch of different videos also on the best credit cards for business to use also. So look that up too. But as always, guys, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, comment down below LLC. On top of that, up here is another video. And over here's my face, click subscribe. And as always, long-term team officially out. Go get some money.